It's UI everyone. I want to start today not with a quote, or a stat, or even a story about someone else. I want to start with you. Yes, you. Sitting there, maybe feeling a little unsure, maybe wondering if you're good enough, if you belong, if you can really make a difference. I want you to take a deep breath with me. And for just a moment, imagine what your life would be like if you truly believed in yourself. Not in a way that feels forced or fake, but in a way that feels real. Imagine waking up every day, looking in the mirror, and seeing not just your reflection, but your possibilities. I'm here to talk about confidence. But not just any confidence, the kind that grows inside you, the kind that lasts, the kind that you build for yourself, day by day, like a bricklayer building a wall, strong and sturdy. And I think the best way to talk about this is through stories. Our stories. Let me take you back to when I was 15. I was shy, awkward, okay, let's be honest, I was a total mess. I remember one day in class, the teacher called on me to read out loud. My hands got sweaty, my heart raced, and I could barely get the words out. I stumbled, I stuttered. I was sure everyone was laughing at me, even though they probably weren't. After class, I went home and decided I was never going to speak in front of anyone again. But my grandmother, wise as always, sat me down and asked me a question I'll never forget. Who told you that you couldn't do it? She wasn't asking about the teacher or the kids or my friends. She was asking about me. Because often, the loudest voice telling us we can't is our own. So let me ask you, who told you that you couldn't do it? Who told you that you weren't smart enough or strong enough or good enough? Was it really someone else or was it you? We all have that voice in our heads, don't we? The one that says, you're not good enough. Don't try. Don't risk it. Stay safe. Stay small. But here's the thing, that voice is a liar. And the only way to quiet it is with another voice. Your own voice. The one that says, I am enough. I can try. I can grow. I can change the world. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. That sounds nice, but it's not that easy. And you're right. Building confidence isn't easy. It's not something you wake up with one morning, like a new haircut or a pair of shoes. It's something you build, slowly, through action, through experience, through failure, and through success. Let me tell you about someone else. Her name is Maria, and she grew up in a small town, always dreaming about being a scientist. But she was the only girl in her science class, and people told her, that's not for you. She doubted herself. But every day she woke up, looked in the mirror and said, I am a scientist. She wrote it down in her notebook. She repeated it under her breath, even when she didn't believe it. Over time, those words became true. Today, Dr. Maria Lopez is leading a team in medical research, saving lives. Her confidence didn't come from nowhere. It came from affirming herself over and over and over. Affirmation. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Just a few words. I am smart. I am strong. I am capable. But words are powerful. Your words are powerful. Think about the last time someone told you, good job, or I believe in you. How did that feel? Maybe you stood a little taller, smiled a little wider. Now imagine if you said those words to yourself every day. Imagine what that would do for your confidence. But affirmation is more than just words. It's action. It's stepping out of your comfort zone, even when you're scared. It's trying something new. Even if you might fail. It's raising your hand, even if your voice shakes. Each time you do, your confidence grows. Each time you try, you prove to yourself that you can. Let's talk about failure for a moment. It's a word that scares a lot of people. But failure isn't the opposite of confidence. It's the foundation of it. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you stumble, you get back up. Every time you try again, you get stronger. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the world's best artists, they've all failed. But they kept going. That's confidence. Now, I want to tell you another quick story. There was a young man named Jaden. Jaden loved basketball, but he wasn't very good at it. He missed more shots than he made. But every day he practiced. Every day he told himself, I am getting better. Not, I am the best, but I am getting better. That's an important difference. Confidence doesn't mean pretending you're perfect. It means believing you can improve. Jaden made his high school team not because he was the best, but because he believed in himself enough to keep trying. That's the power of affirmation. That's the power of confidence. So, what does this mean for you? Whether you want to be a scientist like Maria, an athlete like Jaden, an artist, a leader, a change maker. The first step is to affirm yourself. To say, I can. Even when you don't fully believe it yet. Because confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. I want to challenge you today. Starting tonight, when you get home, I want you to write down 3 things you like about yourself. Maybe it's your kindness, your creativity, your sense of humor, your determination. Every morning, read those 3 things. Add to the list as you discover more. Your list will grow, and so will your confidence. And when you face challenges, and you will remember that confidence isn't about never being afraid. It's about being afraid, and doing it anyway. It's about showing up, speaking up, standing up. It's about affirming yourself, even when the world tells you no. Look around you. Every person in this room has a story. Every person here has doubts, fears, dreams. But every person here also has the power to change their story, to write a new chapter, to become the hero of their own lives. And it starts with confidence. It starts with affirmation. So let's say it together. Out loud. Yes, really. On the count of 3, I want you to say, I am enough. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am enough. Did you feel that? That's the power of affirmation. That's the beginning of confidence. Before I finish, I want you to remember one last thing. Confidence isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about growing, learning, and loving yourself along the way. The world needs your voice. The world needs your ideas. The world needs your story. Don't let anyone, not even yourself, tell you otherwise. You are enough. You are capable. You are powerful. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, and most importantly, the incredible young people gathered here today, let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered if you're enough? If you're strong enough, smart enough, or brave enough to chase your dreams? If your answer is yes, I want you to know that you are not alone. We all feel that way at some point in our lives. Even the brightest stars in the sky sometimes doubt whether they are shining brightly enough. Today, I want to share with you a story not just about confidence, but about the power of believing in yourself. I want to talk about affirmation for confidence, and how it can change your life, just as it has changed mine and the lives of countless others. Let me take you back to a small town, a place where everyone seemed to know everyone else. In that town lived a young girl named Maya. Maya was like many of you, full of dreams, curiosity, and a longing to make a difference. But Maya also struggled. She felt out of place, like she was always a step behind her friends. When she spoke, her voice would tremble. When she tried something new, a little voice inside her would say, "You can't do it. You're not good enough." Sound familiar? Maybe you've heard that voice yourself. Maybe you've felt that sinking feeling in your chest before a big test, a tryout, or even just speaking up in class. That feeling is doubt, and it's something we all face. But what if I told you that doubt is not the end of your story? What if I told you it can be the beginning of something amazing? Maya's story changed the day she discovered the power of affirmation. One afternoon, while walking through the park, Maya met an older woman sitting on a bench, feeding birds. The woman was humming softly, a peaceful smile on her face. Maya sat down beside her, and they began to talk. The woman listened carefully as Maya poured out her heart, her fears, her worries, her dreams. After a while, the woman reached into her bag and handed Maya a small, folded piece of paper. On it, in neat handwriting, were the words, "You are enough." The woman said, "Every morning, when you wake up, I want you to read this. Say it out loud. Believe it. Because you are enough, Maya. More than enough." At first, Maya thought it was silly. How could saying a few words change anything? But she decided to try. Every morning, she looked in the mirror and whispered, "I am enough." Slowly, something changed. Each time she said those words, the little voice of doubt grew quieter, and a new voice, her own, grew stronger. Let me pause here and ask you, what would happen if you tried this? What if you started each day with a simple affirmation? A reminder that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are enough. As Maya continued her daily affirmations, her confidence grew. She started raising her hand in class. She tried out for the school play, even though she was scared. She made new friends, and discovered talents she never knew she had. The world didn't suddenly become easier, but Maya became stronger. She learned that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build day by day, word by word, action by action. So, how can affirmation help you build confidence? It's simple, really. Our thoughts shape our reality. If you tell yourself, "I can't," your mind will look for reasons to agree. But if you tell yourself, "I can," your mind will start to find ways to make it true. Affirmations are like seeds. When you plant them and nurture them every day, they grow into powerful beliefs. Let me share another story. This one is about a young man named Jamal. Jamal loved to play basketball, but he was always picked last for the team. He was shorter than most of the other players and often missed shots. His classmates teased him. He began to believe that he would never be good enough. One evening, Jamal's older brother sat him down and said, "Jamal, before you give up, try something for me. Every day tell yourself, I am a great basketball player. I am fast. I am strong. I am improving every day." Jamal thought it sounded strange, but he trusted his brother, so he tried it. The next day, before practice, Jamal repeated those words. He did it again the day after, and the next. Gradually, he noticed a change not just in his game, but in how he felt about himself. He started playing more confidently. He took more shots, passed the ball with assurance, and encouraged his teammates. The other players noticed too. Before long, Jamal wasn't picked last anymore. What changed? It wasn't just his skills, it was his belief in himself. Affirmation gave Jamal the confidence to try, to learn and to grow. It didn't make him perfect, but it helped him become better. It helped him see that confidence isn't about never failing, it's about believing you can get back up every time you fall. Now I want to turn to you, the youth sitting here today. I know the world can feel overwhelming. There's so much pressure to fit in, to succeed, to be perfect. Social media can make it seem like everyone else has it all together, while you're struggling just to keep up. But let me tell you a secret. No one has it all together. Everyone has doubts. Everyone faces challenges. But you have something powerful inside you, the ability to choose your thoughts. You can choose to feed your doubts, or you can choose to feed your confidence. You can choose to listen to the voice that says, "You can't." Or you can choose to speak words of affirmation. I can. I will. I am enough. Let's try something together right now. I want everyone to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Now repeat after me. I am strong. I am capable. I am worthy. I am enough. Say it again, and this time believe it. Feel the words in your heart. Let them sink in. Now open your eyes. How did that feel? Maybe a little strange, maybe a little powerful. That's the magic of affirmation. The more you practice, the stronger your confidence becomes. Remember, confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about trusting yourself, even when things get tough. It's about knowing that you are valuable, just as you are. Let me share a personal story. When I was your age, I struggled with confidence too. I was afraid of speaking in public. My hands would shake, my heart would race, and I worried about what others would think. But one day, a teacher encouraged me to write down 3 things I liked about myself. At first, it was hard. But over time, I started to see my strengths, my kindness, my curiosity, my determination. I repeated those qualities to myself every morning. Little by little, I found the courage to stand up and speak. And here I am today, speaking to all of you. If I can do it, so can you. So, how can you start using affirmation in your own life? Here are a few simple steps. First, find a quiet moment each day, maybe in the morning, maybe at night, to reflect on your strengths. Write down a few positive statements about yourself. They can be as simple as, "I am a good friend," or "I am learning and growing every day." Second, say these affirmations out loud. Yes, out loud. It might feel awkward at first, but speaking the words helps make them real in your mind. Third, repeat them regularly. The more you say them, the more you'll start to believe them. And when challenges come in, you'll have a strong foundation of confidence to support you. And finally, be patient with yourself. Confidence takes time to build. There will be days when you doubt yourself, and that's okay. Just remember to keep affirming your worth, your strength, and your potential. Let me leave you with one last story. There was a young artist named Alex. Alex loved to draw. but was afraid to share his artwork. He worried that others would laugh or criticize him. But Alex's mentor encouraged him to create a new affirmation. My art is unique. My voice matters. I am proud of what I create. With each new drawing, Alex repeated his affirmation. Eventually, he gathered the courage to share his work with friends, then with his school, and finally with the world. Today, Alex's art inspires others, not because it's perfect, but because it's honest and brave. You see, confidence isn't about being flawless. It's about embracing who you are, imperfections and all, and daring to share your gifts with the world. So to every young person listening today, you have a light